back. My first guest has starred in such films as Election, amazing movie, Cruel Intentions, and Pleasantville. Her new movie, Legally Blonde, opens this Friday. Please welcome Reese Witherspoon.
I'm so glad.
People love you in the audience.
Wow.
And they're turning on me quickly. Yeah. How are you? Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me
You look
again.
fantastic.
Thank you.
And much has happened since I saw you last. You have a daughter now.
I do. I have a little girl who's 2.
She's 2.
Well, she's going to be 2 soon.
Ava. Is that the name?
Ava. Yeah, Ava Elizabeth.
It's so, because I think it's a beautiful name. A lot of times people tell you, like, we just named our daughter. Her name's Orgo, you know, or Gom Gom. And you have to go, oh, Gom Gom. That's
very interesting.
Yes, I love Gom Gom.
Think of that.
But Ava's beautiful. How did you get the idea for that name?
Well, Ryan's grandmother's name is Eva, and also he loves Ava Gardner, so.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Ava Gardner. That's a beautiful name.
Yeah.
And you have a dog. You have a dog that's name is Frank Sinatra?
Frank Sinatra. That's right.
That's right, because Frank Sinatra and Ava Gardner were married and were a big item for a long time.
True.
Was that planned out, or no, that just happened?
No, that just sort of happened. And it's really kind of funny because Ava can't stand Frank Sinatra. And he chases her around the house and she says, Mommy, I don't like Frank. I don't like him.
Tell Frank Sinatra to leave me alone.
Exactly.
Now, what was it like, because you and Ryan Phillippe, you get married, you have this baby, and you both have, like, your own fan groups. How did they react when this happened?
Well, it was actually really funny because most people are supportive, but Ryan has like sort of a huge amount of young women who are his fans. And I remember in particular one woman, I should say, she wrote in, she said she was 10 years old. And she wanted...
A sophisticated woman of the world. Yeah.
This 10-year-old girl wrote in and said she wanted to let Ryan know that the baby was not his.
What?
I don't know, I was so horrified that this 10-year-old could think of something so advanced and
well, it's one of those things where it's probably like she doesn't even know what that means, probably. Yeah. She saw it like on, you know, a Lifetime movie.
or a soap opera or something, but she says, the baby is not yours, and the baby is someone else's, and she's pregnant by some other man, and I just thought, I need to write her mother.
Yeah,
Should I?
Her mother's probably this really sophisticated dynasty type, you know? They probably talk that way around the house, throwing drinks in people's face. It's not your baby, Blake. Get out. There's a little 10-year-old watching, not your baby. You were just in London for how long?
I was in London for 3 months. Yeah,
okay.
Making a movie called The Importance of Being Earnest, and it was fun. We had a good time.
Did you took Ava with you?
We took Ava, yeah, and it was very funny. She picked up on all the English dialect, and she now calls me Mummy. Mummy, can I have a water bottle? I would like to go to the park and play in the sandpit. And this is like my kid, and I'm from Tennessee, and my husband's from Delaware. It's just so bizarre to hear your kid starting to talk like that.
Well, it's...
Delaware.
Yeah, Delaware's here. Yes.
Oh, represent.
They're, represent.
You gotta represent.
Represent suburban Delaware. But I love it. The English, it's the same language. I'm telling you, they intentionally change... Don't they intentionally change the name of things just to, like, this is a microphone. Yes, just talking to the talking machine. No, you just change that for no reason. A light bulb is, you know, a bulb of fire, you know.
It's purposely confusing.
Yeah. Talk shows over there are chat shows.
Chat shows.
This is a chat show. And if I was in London, I would be either a chat show host or a chimney sweep. I'd be one of those two things.
They're similar.
So is it weird because she's at the age where she's forming... I mean, if you live there for a little bit, she would have an English accent for the rest of her life.
Oh, yeah. You know, you take her anywhere, she pretty much becomes a native.
That's cool. Yeah. It must be great. Plans for more kids, or for now, this is enough?
Yeah, we're thinking about having more kids.
Yeah.
We love it. We have such a good time.
I was one of 6. And when I
were?
tell that to people, nobody else wants to try that. And we were born like 6 months apart. I don't know how that's possible.
How's that possible?
It's medically, we're freaks. No, we're like, my brother Neil was born in 61, my brother Luke in 62, me in 63. It was just like we were just marching out of the...
out of the womb.
Out of the womb, yeah. Hi, come on, fellas. And my mom's gonna love this show.
Yeah.
Now, I understand you've been away.
Yeah.
But you're obsessed with an American television show, Survivor.
Survivor, yeah.
So you had tapes sent to you.
Big fan. Yeah, I had tapes converted from NTSC to PAL and then shipped over to me.
Because that's the system they have.
Two different VCR
Just to be
right?
difficult.
Just to be difficult?
Yeah.
Just to be a diva. And I had all the tapes sent over, and I was just obsessed with it. Ryan and I are both obsessed with it.
Now, there's going to be a Celebrity Survivor. Have you heard about this?
Is that true?
Apparently, it's a true story. This is true, Jeff? There's going to be a Celebrity Survivor? I like promoting shows on other networks. You got to check it out. But there's going to be a Celebrity Survivor, and one of the celebrities that they've already announced who's going to be on it is Frank Stallone.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, where are they, you know, okay.
Who's he?
Exactly. I'm sorry. He's Sylvester Stallone's brother, right?
Okay.
He's his younger brother, and who was living on an island anyway. And they thought, let's move him to a neighboring island and film him.
Are you going to do it?
Well, I would last about 8 seconds because, well, you know, it's all about living in the wild and everything, and usually in an arid climate. Look at me.
Yeah. You'd burn.
I'd be in my little bubble. I'd have like a sun protective bubble, and I would just be in there applying creams all day long. I'm going to be a survivor. Zip, and I'm inside. I mean, it would be horrible.
Yeah.
Could you do it, do you think?
I think I could, yeah. I can be pretty devious. And I think it's all about being devious and manipulative.
Wow, that's nice that you...
Right?
But it's nice that you admit that you have that quality. I mean, that's a good thing to have.
It's just so bizarre that they got down to the end of the first one and they had this person who was like really nice and sweet, and then they had the guy that was like lied and cheated all of them, and they said, I think we're going to choose the guy who lied and cheated to us.
Yeah.
It was just so bizarre.
But it's this amazing thing. I mean, there is a skill to it, and you could take Frank Stallone, I think. I think you could.
Tough. Yeah, I could take Frank.
Could you do the? What about the eating bugs?
Frank,
could you eat the bugs?
Oh, I could definitely eat bugs. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could eat bugs.
You were eating bugs when I checked in on you in the green room.
I was.
Just like, hey, Conan. you just like bugs.
Yeah.
Legally Blonde.
Yes.
This is the new film. What do we need to? We have a clip here.
Oh.
But it's actually, I heard the idea for this, and a lot of times you hear the idea for a movie, and it's an idea you've heard 50 times before. Haven't heard this idea before. It sounds kind of original.
Yeah, it's a movie about sort of this California blonde girl who's a sorority girl whose boyfriend dumps her because he says she's not serious enough for him because he's going to Harvard Law School and he wants to be president of the United States. And so she decides she's going to go to Harvard Law. And she has to apply, even though she's a fashion major, but she sort of applies and she gets in.
And we have a clip here. What do we need to know?
This is her orientation at Harvard.
She's
Law
just
School.
showing up. All right, here's a clip from Legally Blonde.
How you doing? I'm Enid Wexler, got a PhD from Berkeley in Women's Studies, emphasis in the history of combat. And last year, I single-handedly organized the March for Lesbians Against Drunk Driving.
Killer.
Thanks, good times.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, I'm Elle Woods, and this is Bruiser Woods, and we're both Gemini vegetarians. I have a bachelor's degree in fashion merchandising from CULA, and I was a Zeta Lambda Nu sweetheart, president of my sorority, Delta Nu, and last year I was homecoming queen. Oh, 2 weeks ago, I saw Cameron Diaz at Fred Segal, and I talked her out of buying this truly heinous Angora sweater. Whoever said orange was the new pink was seriously disturbed.
Great, though. It's so diametrically opposed to your election character. Yeah. I love that. And cute dog, too. The dog is with you throughout the whole movie?
The dog is very funny and fun to work with.
And also, the dog is somehow related to the Taco Bell Chihuahua, right?
The dog is the Taco Bell Chihuahua's boyfriend.
Is that true?
The Taco Bell Chihuahua is a girl dog named Gidget, and she was on the set, and I got to take a picture of her, which is very exciting.
That's so funny. Just a Chihuahua walks in, and everyone crowds around and takes pictures.
She sat up in a director's chair, and people just lined up, and we take a picture with her and next, and it was great.
Does the dog have like a bit of attitude, or no?
She wore like a little beret and some sunglasses.
It's like no more.
She's a little too cool for school.
I must go now.
Yeah.
Well, Legally Blonde opens Friday, so go and see that movie. And you're great. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
It's really
Thanks
good
for
to have you on
having
the
me.
show. Reese Witherspoon, everyone. Paul Rudd is coming up. We'll be right back.